Adesema mama nyina ajo makwaba ene enwumre ene eye benada January bosome opepon bosome ne de toso edunwotwe ewo mfimpimi no ene aduonu mienu mu afi ye hyase nyina ene eni da edikan a ye di Gumbe show eto awo abobo anu ba bibia wo ewo oman Ghana mu na anwumre yi ba bia ebimani age say ebetua $30,000 edi amasa useless full we die ene ye ni metua 11 ye de amamo ene ye nyina ye mrafie ene Comoros fuyi omo ko tournament kura go kura omo ihye bida na so omo na ahye the fastest goal team asa team fun etese Ghana omo ahye fastest goal your captain so age red card omo captain so age goal it is omo na ejina so Gabon so elidi eye Morocco it is no be ka say oh they say the Ghana 1 point ya amemo boni ya wo hwe an outlook na a negative from B to B B minus I just say nanado watete o ma we ya pansam ade bia ya papa bia obefa ye bia no ade se waye den watete apansam nanado ebetena kwanya wesui now share under the Fourth Republic or my Ghana baby a football near the Aquacodu or Mampenye Dada Jerry John Rollins in 1981 under 17 Yako Ekwajiye in 1995 Ewo Ikodo a year I would use a Bashiru Gambo Ekwajiye any Makiel Abu a yesatam no other RTU goalkeeper number 1 in 1997 Yako Yangu Yanimase 1999 Yangu Yanimase Yako 2002 Ewo under 20 Sulemuntari Mone Jomesamo Omokobo Mohamedin Yi papa ewum Yako Olympic Games Athens 2004 Ewo Greece na mimidi motintimai yenyina efri Ghana hako Greece and omampanyi dada ko 4 penso 2004 Greece Olympic Games na chese mejina mo den ewo Athens in 2004 in 2006 omampanyi dada ko 4 to me de yako Germany for the first time na yen maiden a year Ukraine to qualify to the World Cup in 2009 ya omampanyi dada ko 400 over to His Excellency John Evans Atamis wabaye na no Ghana under 20 the black satellite omutumi kwaje under 20 FIFA World Cup for the first time if we Egypt Ghana share Brazil e penalty shootout ama itimi je trophy no e de ba my Ghana mem ni nyina abakosem in 2010 under President yako South Africa in 2014 yesa ko Brazil na do be fa akonya we ebesi nei enya ade se Ghana football no konkan watete football na pansam ne ebo wiese ya na obo se gabe tuete Milo disaster Milo ya disaster sene na adu dia na minim na enei Gumbe show so bede Honorable Clement Park or a member of Parliament for Busa South in the Upper East region of the Republic of Ghana and one of them special guest enei yabere and some would do security in summer abasi a withdrawn military for soldier for mudi a speaker of parliament achi ya you munyina every ho MPP omu show powers omu peja oma beti and sembe na haruna idusu your minority leader ono so edi atudwa minority chief rep so ayamutaka mubarak ono so sembe and wadi atudwa ni nyina summer enawie ya ba besi enanwumre esi hu nkonya ewo Gumbe show so ewo TVS was it your number 1 TV station in Ghana midi adi Mugabe Masi obetimi afra me atankolega biga me dame wonu mapre esna chairman na water de gumemnim na se me ba ujana ne enwumri ebe so basa left right center ejano ebejaye agum ye basisia moga ye pebumyo ye ojo
We are one man short. Should we invite him?
Yeah.
It be old cargo.
Can I join you guys?
Yeah.
Always drink fresh, natural, eggs, mineral, water.
still got it. Always keep hydrated naturally. That's my secret.
Manufactured with the primary aim of preserving nature's finest minerals necessary for a healthy mind and body. X Natural Mineral Water. Simply natural.
If I cry na menyisika, etia ye mefui.
Ehin fa na menya bosia edia tre medwuma yimu.
Kai kra mabre me busia ato taxi fufu. Suhum Rural Bank.
Suhum Rural Bank.
Yemamwa kwa baba Suhum Rural Bank. Ye won hyehyɛ ahodo bi te sɛ dwadifo abosia, ekoko bosia, susu account, and it so wɔ hɔ savings account, me bada chain savings account, and the keka ho. Suhum Rural Bank was 03422919896. Na won so what to me aka sɛ.
Suhum Rural Bank. Ama ene mayeka owner.
Suhum Rural Bank. Enti me pa minie.
Me damwase.
Suhum Rural Bank, growing our heritage.
Moga! Yepe bumbyo! Yepe ojo wom! Ojo wom!
More fire. Ye tutu janu ma omo na anwumre. Ye candidate said ye ka TZ na ye chichama na ado na point is no. The center itself cannot hold. We show oman ma bibia nkoyi e oman num. We for education ehwa pro, we for sports ehwa pro, we for health ehwa pro, we ba bia be ko sector bia agric ehwa pro. Under the bad leadership of Nana Akufo-Addo and Bawumia, omo na di we nyina aba. Na o ma Ghana nya tibia mu nie. Sa Ghana pa ye ba ko AFCON. Na ye ba bo eye group eye stage matches nyina na etumi nya one win. E bi sida. AFCON. Sa wo hwe under eye Jerry John Rawlings in 1992 Senegal, Ghana versus Ivory Coast. Amma Senegal mo Tony Bafo Tony Yabo Abedi Pele. Womo no mu gina omo na aso. Tunisia 1994 CK Akonomo Odate Lamtemo Kwame Ayumo Abedi Pele. Na won say Team Papa Enie. South Africa 1996 won say Black Stars Team Papa Enie. And that Wallace and that Kofoye or the call a FIFA World Cup with Germany. And that Mahama what they call FIFA World Cup. Nana do baya no must take a pay say Russia and the NPP from corner back on a boy she. That me a new baby. And now the Fourth Republic. Usho ma be do ma we so nyina o man panyi awabon o man panyi asese obetena so ne case bi na abeto o ma we so ye bibia wo bi ase. A politics NPP ni NDC ni a de adegege ni a football. Wabaya na anas principle eno no waso waba eno no be yisu. Wabaya na anas fidie ni yi na nado. Anas fidie ni yi na nado na akoka fidie no mo no. Na cha so se na tachi ye hwe na so. Ene mo hu ba bia ya duru. Akwese na tachi sese ko bia ko ye CAF president ana FIFA president. Tony Bafomo ke bia wo ye CAF ye general secretary ana se FIFA general secretary. Mo hu ba bia enam sese ya. Mahu baby ayenam. Mahu baby ananado. Wode Ghana football e de akwa akodu. Gabi mo se Milo ayede. Milo ye disaster. When di Milo ba Ghana. Milo a disaster. Way back in 2010 in Angola. Ghana versus Egypt. Ghana versus Egypt. Awa aye Cairo. Ghana versus Egypt. In the 83rd minute, Goma go share in the 83rd minute. The last of Ajiman Badu, the last of Aya Rabiu Muhammad, Richard Aya Kesen Olele, Womo, Hans Adu Sapemo, Womo that guided the Black Stars into the finals. Niakwaje under 20 FIFA World Cup in Egypt in 2009. Sa team no na Milo enwu sasa abra no makelese apra sule mutari apra asamoja mu nyina anya fit what the star players no ene do mo call eye AFCON Angola 2010 Ghana could do finals at the day ayu no wom Jonathan Mensah Afo Harrison mo no mu nyina ewom bisa ho se ene de na asesa what has change de na asesa ye kwa under 20 recently ya Ishaku mo bania the Oba House of Okui omo kwaji omo den age trophy no ade ma Ghana na mom yetimi akwa World Cup because of COVID no bisa ho se sa players no mo we and na yakwa AFCON GFA president the team any Dreams FC and Ghana how baba ya GFA umenya GFA position age so wo team eti ket okaku se papa no what say GFA president so mo fra ket okaku wo mo nyina ka nkofo mo wo akwese na ntachi wo saa ama pane ye wo akwese na ntachi anu ma beje position wo say nyame atu mo ko mo timi nya adwuma yes ye free player be to say Philemon Hwan da bia wo ginam ye de ne ko nso mo bi edu ba bia de asend ye adomonya de Raman baba Raman nya de ade na Dreams FC GFA president player no mebo sa so woni mbo wasa songo ko ka mo be di songo atem ba songo se ma kan nyina nyansasam sa padi fo mu de ani mu nyina mu nyansa wo fom wo mu nyimi ba wo mu nyansa ye den e wo fom because so ma gimi ani ma di wo matem ba sa padi fo na wo manage the affairs of Ghana football wo mu nyansa wo fom ene de adu ba bia ye du no Comoros Ghana timi se Comoros ho ye Ireland ho ba bia ye ka tuna fresh papa ye de salad any ade no wo pe ho se ko holidays ya ho ye Ireland why to say countries be to say Cyprus so you got what I mean we do wa ni je ho betimi agi wani pakam wo be gi wani e bia waware wo pese okọ na akọ honeymoon na wo be gi wani ama ho atọ abrati cameraman and say ware yi e wase ka wo Comoros wo divisa Comoros na akọ gi wani e ho fe wo he omo players no mo kala wo mo he omo coach wo mo kala ni akọ Black Stars team we paten won wo ba nyina no mpeso obeba he omo nyina ball no 50-50 ball bia no apagya ne nan o ne nam nkobu o die ne ade ma no hwa baba Raman oja Chelsea ne baba Ghana Black Stars ane wo praye ne dia na Ghana ye ma no wo lose the position in Chelsea ane na obo a championship already ye ka football mo chama me fa me feature that's my field enei bisa won say baba Raman ne performance it say in 2010 in Angola AFCON in 2010 in South Africa FIFA World Cup yeah Ghana here them crazy do some finals no bisa wo say near trap players no winning bonus na near the mom na Black Stars players no get $10,000 under President Mills under Mahama near trap players no $10,000 as winning bonus in 2010, in 2011, 12, 13, 14, 15. Sisi Kobinsa Mahama, John Dramani Mahama be handed over power to Nanado on the 7th of January 2017. Na Ghana Black Stars, you tear $10,000 and the Black Stars players as winning bonus. Nanado buy or they call 5,000. That's what said for Munafric any bag a bigger for. Munina ma yedi. Muti radio so anamu yedi. MPP a sports journalist. But you ko Kumasi abroad can come board the money dola kamo o mu ye dede guni pasum sa sabe o mu kanya asasem bia Black Stars ni etu o mu ka we ni bonus ni am o mu $10,000 na do buy wa bete so at the aba a year $5,000. They should come out. I'm daring them to come out and tell Ghanaians say they make an meboa na bisa won say obi ana 2010 your money winning bonus a year $10,000 no and when you bibia mo ase a oba no kro no 2010 oh yeah ne bibia watotum na nado fuel and that Mahama eja ma ona 14 Ghana cedis and then fuel number 34 Ghana cedis se player no free Germany ba ni fuel obeto ya tum hotel abebi obeda ya tum with the COVID one aba airport wo a foreigners no mo ba mo kura e foreign passport no o mo betua be $150 asa no matimi awuram sa ne ma ni nyina mo check me se munyansa no make a sebo agimi na so munyansa wo form. It is a 2010 not $10,000 wona nado wo ye kekeke ne ba womia ana Black Stars team ne yaguno wo ba obeye ni se no wo ba ye call $5,000 12 years ago ni etua $10,000 na $5,000 na nado tua ho kase akatua na Mahama je abra no ya president sa akatua na wo je na nado akatua na John Mahama oya president ya na appoint is the cabinet ministers ne gino wo ba ya sa pepepe na wotua wo de no ade tina blasters de ne hwai so useless ones managing the affairs of this country. If it must be done, it must be done well. And we say Jane si wamo no mo say ade a friend say mura wodi when nyema bi wo ha wo ya etimi ema nipa no ni mura ne kwosoro enti ogina tim no wo kunu ho anu okunu ho no mebo na ne na mu mo ni ayi na ma o mebo no ompra atesa de ya baba Raman no du ba bi kwa jefefo no o mo fa for kwa free player no ambisa no wo say ne ho te sen ye Jane sa de ama ne tim osome so a ne tim ni twa ne ka no bon hoka tedu ba bi no won say nipa no timi recover na fa de na loan baba Raman wa loan sa because of Black Stars Ghana de na du ba bi e wadu no we Chelsea regular player e wo Chelsea won team no and e ba bi a wo ready wasa and the yadom wasa sa wo fa as folk now the house of folk want two na mo friends say fatawo se wan wo di ni begina two now the house of folk goalkeeper aya Richard Atabejira post mu keeper ya wada po mu ni ho wo so wo bo fourth division so in town team la ilaha illallah matla Britain for so many years team many of France so in town yo mo body me wo kura any Blackburn Rovers any Sunderland any other teams who come more championship any league one kura ya recognize wo mo ya so boss so in town into about the fourth division to a better than a Atiziga ya wo Switzerland maybe a FIFA one headquarters ewo Switzerland one about regular team no mo so ono nya de won nya de wow mo so ma she 2-0 yeah TV general manager TVS abaje o ma she 2-0 o obi anya no ma TVS was it Gumbe show ni the only show forget about Black Stars. The center cannot hold. Nana do say bibia wo Ghana. You tag for strike usu fi omo. Ya kwada akọ school. Ya ma aye COVID. Why you ma kwatena fie. O ma kwa ba 1.5 years ni no textbooks. Ya da sorry I will say. Ya sign ba be KG1 KG2 and class 1 kwesi classes na ya be ne semester. Tinkola ne be ko school 20 weeks. Sabe we nya abodamsem. Sabe we nya abodamsem. Sa wo ba we nya 4 years no. Wo be ko school sa ato aso 5 months. Anya abonamsem dia na esiwe education ya wasi ejama obi a wonnim wontimi nim amamo wo ma bon managing the affairs of this country ejama ma say education ni ate ho masa Ghana is not different from Tunisia. Nanado said it in 2016 on the 5th of December on Peace FM and on UTV. And then me say on kopel go si fa kai no man in the recorded version of that interview. No one tell no me that say some na okai no incited the youth in this country said the harassment they cause so acquire fast so by no okope video no hwe media me say me incited violence there in this country now to go back to Peace FM. Sifakan is one of your appointees. Call him and ask him to bring you that video, that interview that you had with him. Call him and you get a copy of it. Not trust be reflective enough as president of the Republic of Ghana. Penny for no because you met Jimmy and did you matter mumunya sa ofom. What's that Comoros? Oba your team will be out. Okodu no kuma your best celebrity woman. Afcon umu me be that. Omo she will be at that. Go omu go kwa to be at namuda. At Ghana 4 times a year winner. 1963, 1965, 78, 82. AFCON. And the baby Ayababi Duni, 2015 year call finals. Baby Nanado Ebaye, World Cup new Kobe. Say World Cup no more theatre. Say South Africa, Modesa Awam, a year Awam, Panetina, Modesa South Africa, Oma Matema, Mokase Bako baby. Moda Mokiana More, you group here. Cameroon ni Senegal mo man ne salamo wo be share more than 20 nil wo be share and I don't know maybe I just miseki the interpretation very well sa card ya aye dede ayu adie no e betimi affect here what you say mo share mo Ghana team no eyefunu se so mo ba ofuno Ghana nya born na monye so ofuno ya bon ya sa you tag for president president ni penifo nyina mo ko strike abane so onfi obi a ene sorry a Speaker of Parliament and some and what some as a subject I discuss or Ghana. Abra or Afcon. Ghana for you need the Speaker of Parliament or call for medical checkup. Sabi and I'm say I be what formality or money yarintino will be a court checkup or what you letter come away. Speaker no Dubai to what you letter no what we military one what you letter no call speaker office no we say speaker on carry free nyansa no form nyansa no e form me Mugabe ebia me ko leave me ko medical checkup e wo country bi wo Europe and also America na me kwa na me ye adwuma e wo Power FM ha na me ko ye ne de letter ba betu mechi say Mugabe say ni abra adwuma fo ni na nim say metu kwan me kwa akosa me ho yare mo bad fit ya mo ye o ma we no ho Godfrey Odame ene ne kofo no full of themselves muni hwe ma bon from chairman sabo so be sit down from the president to vice ma bon nyansa no from amemu amubuo ne enye Ghana fo enye happy abane ma ekoso no na black stars we lose we ye best celebrity brutal said you know one na ye no sa na yesu ma ye no so be de mode ye Elvis no ebi be kan obi a na afa ye hwe mo ya se enyi video sunu mu emame Speaker of Parliament yes I withdraw ne emema nan ye o mu gina na chi asojafo o okoba bi o mu kan ho no ya withdraw wo mo na me bisa say Speaker of Parliament no see I can the three arms of governance now I mean Speaker of Parliament no for me one that is the legislature, the parliament, the judiciary and then the executive. Media we be in the fourth estate of the realm no ye head down organization ye hu afrim but the three arms no the executive, legislature and the judiciary na ye ro hwe fonyi amayi o obi enko TV as was it mo amwa mo na ni Germany, France, Belgium no mo we Facebook live wo hwe eyan fonyi amewe ya mame we Speaker of Parliament and our advice Jane men suppose asoja fo di na chenkura abro 11 obi awe video no obetimi asa start ma me wada woroma mo hya ase ma me pese me bie niam ni so na Ghana for wey ayabra ko Supreme Court Jane Mensa na nado timima no sojafo na nado is the commander in chief. I'm mentioning his name because he is the commander in chief of the Ghana Armed Forces. Hwe maybe Jane Mensa gina wasi from the skirt ya wabo white mini skirt and the sheno hwe sojafo edi na chi se kudia mananado adaka moya ma wunyina he soja fo edine mokai Ghana for mokai the number of military men yo mudi ma me na chi and me we menwie yo me de ko achi biem yisi dia na ma show Frank Davis na ya nanado ne lawyers no ba ko Frank Davis akwa ayakwa to no yan hwe soja ni ne kura ne bag Frank Davis ne wa ya hwan wa Ghana ha why why our Ghana Frank Davis why one once soja ni kura ne bag odi na chi. Are we serious in this country? We continue to me say in journalism no yes be circumspect in your reportage, credible and fair journalism and only me key me kodi atro me bibia me ya bia evidence based wo ba me ya cho say prefer another one you can't challenge it. And Honorable Haruna Idrisu minority leader wakasa. And I'm so happy, highly delighted about Ensema Haruna Idrisu Ediatu Idano. Was say, my MPP for expect say, Parliament Bessa Shasia on the 25th of January 2022. No more baby ma. Mama Beka say, yem build a consensus. Now my never, it will never happen. Now I said, yeah, my idea. Hey, it's a bonin muchacho. Now ebe baba hantimo. MPP on, they are digging their own grave and they will bury themselves in that grave. They will bury themselves in that grave. That grave na mutu amnano amna funamna na mutu ni obi na bekwa akodemu mo na mutu amama ho. Wo pese o my way enkoso. Look at the way how you are treating the speaker. Eti ukwa eye Jane Mensa ni fie e wo cantonment wa. Ni Accra FM ho kwa kase egufie ni asojafo egu sesi anyume as I'm speaking to you. Mo drop it Haruna Idrisu ne sama odi atodwa no. Mo drop it tum na Ghana for nya said the whole Ghana TV bi adum TVS was a Gumbe show no black stars o ya hye yawe team ne nya apratete One of these days, I will invite Countryman Songo on my show. More fire. More fire. Timininye. Haruna Idrusu. Sama waka first speaker. Soja foa. Ye you omono. Ye tie sama minority leader. Haruna Idrusu di atuja.
I wish to express the profound indignation and disappointment of the NDC minority in the directive by the Ghana Armed Forces and by extension the executive arm of government to withdraw the military personnel providing for the safety and security of Right Honorable Speaker Alban Bakbin. The action is not only cruel and discriminatory, but does not augur well for the unity of the state and for the stability of the republic. I'm utterly disappointed in the Ghana Armed Forces, who ought to live above reproach, and utterly disappointed in the Minister for Defense and the Executive President for sanctioning such an action. For what gain? For what political gain? It's not healthy for our democracy, and not when you are seeking to build a consensus. You engage in this show of brute force. It's ugly for our democracy. The developments are not good at all. And you expect that tomorrow you come saying that you want to build consensus. Consensus with whom? What is even more worrying is the fact that ministers of state have provided military guards and supported by soldiers, chief executive officers, even chairpersons of commission have 4, 5, 6, 7 military personnel around them. And we cannot have this for the third most important person of our republic, the Speaker of Parliament. That's cruel, that's inhumane, and that's discriminatory. We would not countenance these discriminatory actions of the executive intended to gag or intended to weaken the political minority, to weaken the political opposition, to serve what gains. The Ghana Armed Forces is a state institution, and one expects that they would know that they owe the high public officer, Right Honorable Speaker Alban Bakbin, a duty of care and a standard of care in respect of his safety and security. He is simply not ordinary, and same courtesies, privileges and facilities that are extended to the president, the vice president, same ought to be installed for the protection of the speaker. I'm utterly disappointed.
Well, I minority leader Udmanya for Haruna Idrusu onone sama wode atudwa no ono kan ne de wie ya ene asanwase MP champion man, the heavyweight champion one ye wo ya wono no ode be man wo wi ballot paper obehye wafono obeyi ato form Carlos ahenkura hu no parliament wo wenanim say we say papa wodi agro heavyweight champion ode be man apaka to abadwe say ama wo obepu aba na ene na eye mutaka so ade atudwa say de eye aban eyi enya de se ebe hunahuna wo mo eye bibia abema wo mabama buo na mom de nanado ene ne mpanifo aye no eye a ebe hye wo mo de pa te se tania wa manajan no ene chese ni wo gina mo na wo de ne batakari ni fugu no wo di wurawura no na wo ma ne bese ba ko bi wi ne ane asemaba na no no waka se tania na ni emranya bi ni mo si ni ba wo na wo mo NDC ni de we no nanado kura pa Sabamba wadi ama omo eye minority MPs nipa 137 no opa wonye omu nyina mfiri omachi omofa ho na nado pa oma katua kro omo gene bosumi ne ma wontua ama omo on block sa won salaries ni nyina omofa ho na one day the table will turn. Was say we are going and surely we will get there. Na ye call ye guma ye call we are going and ye mamu ba ye den ye be fa techem will struggle but surely and this will get there. Muntaka Mohammed Onosone Sama minority chief whip or the Atuja any.
The game is to intimidate, to frustrate, and to think that they can weaken our spirit. No, they can't. In fact, they are rather strengthening and gluing us together. Because you will just because this thing, you are bringing our people into court, you are charging Dominic Enyini because of Warungu market. That's this assembly. You are bringing Kwesi, criminalizing him when he wrote a letter to electoral commission before he filed. You are charging Akutia MP. Yeah, you can just see the frustration. And so shameful that they forget that there's a democracy. And unfortunately, this is being led by so-called learning.
As far as you are
but now we are concerned, this is no, but believe me, they are rather strengthening us because now they are making us even glued together. Now we know that every one of us is in danger. So it's better we glue together. And I can tell them they can choose to withdraw all the security that follow all the 137 of us. They can choose to even take all our salary because they think they are in the executive. But believe me, it is rather going to strengthen us. But they remember, nothing lasts forever.
But in terms of your numbers in Parliament, I mean, this could potentially be court days.
How? I mean, I can bet you that he will always be in Parliament first before he comes to the court. That one we can show you that. He will always be in Parliament before because he's still the representative of his people. He's not going to neglect that responsibility to be in court. He will always be in Parliament before he comes to court. So it is for the court to decide what time they will sit so that he'll be able to participate, play his role as the representative of the people.
Minority chief payon manya for Muntaka Mohammed Onosone Sama or the Atujo Sayam Sebiani Edimatima Mufua or Asawasa Beton Peso so Ewo Asante Mantem Ugusu 8 live our TVS was the Sasuna Mamua Manano TVS was Ghana on Facebook class Asuna on YouTube Ghana Ayadane. Oh Massa your board cry your frame Asa Black Sass there go ti enkoyenim the TV director general manager abuaje enkoyenim what you say na yede eni ekire Ghana National Association of Teachers NAT wo mo so mpanifo wo mo boafo yie papa na opanyin na etwetwefo panyin edema NAT ye frana say Thomas Musa ana ode aba betu dwa say wo aban ne ma wo ya enye da mo akra textbooks a wasa churchfo ede kire mbofra de nyina no aban ne tumi improvide ema omo eno achi kwada wa afi aban ne de aba betu dwa say e wasa churchfo no sese de wo de semester na ede berane efike KG1 KG2 na chese lower primary kwesi apa ni nyina no ade semester chese oba no ko school 20 weeks busumi num na oba na wanya 4 years no da sit school no ma kwan na no na panyin dia ba betu dwa se so wo ya ehhehya o mo dia ba de ma Ghana Education Service na cheche ni bi atimi gina na so donwe makomako insia no wontena ase we ade a emmoa akyerkyerefo no ade de wo haw ene amane nti wo se wo mo ekọ round table no mo tena ase no mo hwade ebeboa wo man no no mo fa ho asem na ba bia aban no ade education ne kone de mampa America bi ene wotu Thomas Musa twetwefo panyin ede ma NAT ne sama ono so de atodwane.
Contact hours has been 6 hours. Now we are doing what we call the standard-based curriculum. It's about student-centered learning. So you will be standing and teaching for that 6 hours, moving around in the classroom. When the children leave you, then you start with what we call your working hours. And this thing can take you 10 hours. If the Ghana Education Service, at this particular point in time, having identified all the challenges we are having, and the matter went to the Labour Commission, and you have not addressed the concerns, but suddenly you can decide to sin against this collective agreement that says that it must be negotiated. You didn't negotiate. This document also says that, this is the code of conduct, also says that the working and contact hours should be agreed upon through negotiation between the GES and the teacher union. That has not been done. The National Labour Commission's own directive to the Ghana Education Service and then the teacher unions to get this particular thing resolved. And we are yet to return to the Labour Commission. And for the GES to unilaterally take a decision to get this thing done, we want to assure them that it will not go unchallenged. They should draw it and come back to the negotiation table. Let them use up the appropriate procedures as provided for in the collective agreement. And the unions, together with the GES, will discuss. And all the compensations that go with it, they will have to pay for it. And we shall insist on that. Should the Labour Commission also fail to call the Ghana Education Service to order, then it will leave the teacher unions with no option than to take the necessary action that will protect their interests as prescribed by law.
Treasure for Penny Edema, a Ghana National Association of Teachers, a NAT, or Penny friend say a Thomas Musa, one on a motive say Oka and Ensemble. Ugusu Eshe Life, our TVS was it, your #1 TV station in Ghana. Program I would say, Yatudin say Gumbe show, Yade Brow, Ebenada, Abra Bono, or Chikosi Nundu, Yawada, Abra Bono, or Chi Ekosi Nundu. Now what you mean, Yade Brow in the form you know, a year now what you mean at the Mugabe Mercy. Now Yatuason. Not just you do a year UTAG for us University Teachers Association of Ghana UTAG. One more so no NHS public universities are doing no and ya dear such a chair for hono Professor Jampo and any penny for say or mobile classroom so more lecture. Na ni nyina ne saying afie twa mu no omo ene abansi nkonya say condition of service akwan a wo mo so no omo ye omo dwumadie enema bi ese fata say aban ede ma wo ma onfa ma omo no e wo say omo tumi pre omo fa ahodie na no omo tumi ene aban mu panifo atwetwe ya e ma panifo e ma akoma ekoka akoma sai akoma mra fom say de bi omo betimi asa akọ back na omo atumi akọ kire ade UTAG for agitu mu asa akọ back to one classroom sa wodo no na nyina besi ni bosha aban edehye wo mu no enya de se aban no etumi aye ho bibia ya bra ye call eye bronye mu no eye 2021 December mu no ana wo Sunday one signal no beto abonten se sa aban na etumi ni wo ma sinkonya ansa na afe no akọ awie a afe foforo besi mu no eye January opepon bo some ne de toso edu no omo ebekọ eye strike na chese omo enya de so mbesi classroom so mo kwa akọ ade aban ne je wo se bongarat mo nsema am kan mo ye hefo ai mu deserve akatuanto mo hin me fi mo kura na na ado ne ye fita duku ena so abodi a ene binim wa aban antimi afi mo kura na no na National Labour Commission for e de aba betu dwa se wo mo de atodwa ene eye UTAG for mpanifo no esia se wo munya bibia no mo call back na omo nkotumi nkokirade na ne na UTAG for ne se ye konne enkokina ne e deserve se yenya no e wo se aban ne eye maye na se aban na anya maye de a enya ade se ye bekọ back se ye kwa akokirade we nyina eye nsama wodo a egusu a ebobo so a eba ebesi nei womo call a strike no on the 10th of January 2022 enya de say adepa bi atimi ade afimu ede aba oba no so watua ni school fees ewo University of Ghana Legon oba no watua ni school fees ewo Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology wa bi school ewo so classroom Cape Coast University e kire na de na so na do say ne esefoto mo so de mo no ompini no na do na ko betua na yire Rebecca na ka ba wo mi anso yire Samira watwi ne se maya fini kura no se oni ni kunu omo edi communion obo so omo ti asori dem na omo Yesu Kristo ko name di eno ko a na o sheki eno ko a eno omo ye na do si entua na yereka Rebecca ni etua eye Samira nsoka enye Ghana fo ene sori ya no binim a kasabe ye ba betu mu kana no kwa no hasan ya se etu mu kana na do de ke etu mu ka kura da afede omo se ni wo na ba no ana o se Rebecca refund na Samira so send your refund ye besi nei enu de enim di kwesi ye Gumbe show your #1 show you can without fear or favor credible and fearless journalism said the adene se no ye said the kwesi broni be se o se be circumspect in your reportage and on ye de adwuma ade ye atro ye mfa ma ha ye ka bibia ye wo evidence no kan ye evidence no ne ye de atro no say ye bibia ye credible Sana TVS was it ye ndwuma said the bibia be konkan kama meka say na dwumadi edi every week ade se dwumako bi adawroma ene tire chi a yetumi edi dwumadi edi ebrewo Osek real estate omo ewo dodowa so pass ato ewo Shah Hills afenya asutware junction ben Sun City estate ene sa areas wo nyina dodowa ne potem no wo pass ato a eno asa wodi wani ebekire Osek real estate omo dodowa omo ne fire service no ena edi enhwenimu ewo dodowa ho wokwa omo betimi abo ye papa natural mineral water en super Ghana fo nyina age atom wo ye wedding wo ye engagement wo to pono de afradofo en super power se wo de serve wo mo ne beje ho no eno ane natural mineral water dodo no petu a bra eye SYZ Broadcast Limited ewo osuya ya 246 Abebrese Street wo ba dodo bi a wo pe no won sabe tumi aka na bibia konkan to pain ointment any to pain capsules and also free solar natural clinic na so ye omo energy saa enui eboa ye metumi di dwumadi ebrewo obi a wo ye adwumaden wapom baabi na ye wo ya waposo honam baabi etutu wo ye wo ya bia no pe eye to pain ointment bi we fa twitwe so ebetumi akwa ama na mmom no wo bekwa akoda na wabo to pain eye capsules no na wo de ama me se de be ya bibia betumi akonkan kama na wo so wanya apomuden na so ye wa na de Zipman capsules ene eye Prosafet capsules de aba sendo mienu ni nyina enum ebom we ye bema wa ye mre won pem bema de wote ase a wo bema nwu e wo se wo nyina wo na so ye papa na wo so wabo game ye friend say yes we did the eye Abuaje we did the Kevin Asante we did the Ohenbabu Amabenie we did the Mzabeni Auntie na chese utie din na eba na chese wadwuma ho ete Prosafet capsules ene Zipman capsules wunya mienu na bobuma beto na bibia so etimi akonkan e de amount Ghana Blasters de wudi akira wo mu ebete wakoma na bibia so etumi akoso kama eno ane se ubetimi edi ujuma se ne se ne fota na wugina so se general manager Abuaje the champion man ewo TV SYZ wo pe Solak Mesa ni bi nso aboba e ma ne mema nyina mutimi nom Solak Mesa no oye oba white na ha wo ahemfie wo no niema head ankoyi a pe Solak Mesa ni bi nenom e mema no sugono na ha ma muhia eye Solak Mesa ni nyina no dosopo no opebi na wo de wani kira pharmacy shops e wo Ghana herb bi a wo benya bi ato o kashi drug lane pharmacy shops e wo nyina wo benya bi na mo de wani kira Solak natural clinic kumase wo eye kenten kro no one share filling station no e na edi ehwani mo wo bank na anso a wo kokomlemle e wo Harvard school ni chemu ha e wo Kasi road no so fan 0245616028 0245616028 wo fra Dr. Solomon obeje osune bibia so akonkan kama wako nyina dawro matachiri ene edi dwumadi ebrewo ewo TV SYZ so ye be na ehone afa aboafo nkrato esmeti omni aba ye ba Ghana Black Stars ye be fire omo ye ba sesia
Maga ye be bumbio ye be ojo wo
Victory, Edu Papenie, victory, Edu Papenie, victory.
Hey, the one I'm going to 2 months for doing Punima victory, sir.
So you're real nuts now, your swatch. You know, victory garlic meshano. You're commenting.
Hey, and the victory garlic mesha. Let me join the celebration.
Victory, Edu Papenie, victory.
Menu. Number gentlemen ndi me mu afrosane ye menya victory garlic no ene me ho atome
kane no me nante kakra na makoma bo me periperi na mabre na me ni so nyine buri me na sisia no menya victory garlic mixture no bibia ye kama
and let's celebrate
da onya mfie dum you know appeal for any oba o man for intimi mfasa edro ibi
victory
FDA agi edwadie enkrato yi atom.
This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
Good papa. Janabam, if your apostle, your waist, all your body, you make bazaar.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Me bacho mama Janabam, me. Kese ni mi no keto ana nyensa. Abeg. What are you?
No, me, I'm about hospital.
Ghana to wait here from doctor no. Where you there?
Ebio.
What must I do?
20 cedi.
Mr. Tiabako. Ghana Bam, young to Emma to her. I first at Tiabako. I find you be 20 cedis. Hey,
the doctor. Nemo, 70 Ghana Bam come. Sound 2 so also. If you have Ghana Bam, you can resist.
Welcome to AutoCheck Vehicle Diagnostic and Licensing Center.
I hear my car can be checked here without going to so many hours.
Sure.
Emission, check.
Alignment, check.
Brakes, check.
Visit AutoChecks at Koforidua Aquadum Road for the roadworthiness of your vehicle, from saloon cars to heavy-duty industrial vehicles. Madam, your car is now ready for the road.
Thank you so much. AutoChecks, check.
AutoChecks, your safety, our priority.
AutoChecks.
The average human body mass should have at least 60% water for optimal performance in any physical or mental exercise. We can help you maintain it naturally. X Natural Mineral Water. Simply natural.
Mamencha etiefo ne ahwefo enyina bi. Mfa ha yeshi meti akra me ameto ameswete. Ifa Gumbe na kame. Na Mugabe ene ye hwe difference between prostate enlargement and then prostate cancer. Empempi ya na nkofo free say prostate enlargement no we say a channel when treat na adania be prostate cancer. That's a complete fallacy. It's untrue. Any scientific basis bia prostate enlargement causes enko and a prostate cancer causes enko. Prostate enlargement there 1 3 causes nemensa. Edin kind is got to do with age and then I'm yet to see a 19 years on your prostate enlargement. What the bone be a craniano. On seeing you know, na sebi rate any no muisiano echo form. The campus averagely the whole one twice. I go cranka a bomb midweek and anki abo weekends. By the time you know if once acquire once a week, 40 to 50 call 1 in 2 weeks, 50 to 60 call once a month. More prostate gland non so you man a warrior ban on phones who yini and a here. It watching chimnsuo na esenke de bodjuma na won say on na chimnsuo fitana e be fresh spermatozoa na say sperm cell formation. It is your nsuo ne bane de bodjuma na ye release no na nani age pa. Ti mo na yentimi yenye a drop na yentimi nkaje ngomo no na raho na nsuo tata over time na chemical unstable na ama process na enlarge with age. 2, a fruit and vegetables say like open rich. Meka in abane atosode nkokon na fresh tomatoes, carrots, onions, watermelon, grapes. I said the kind of diet one. I see nya time ni. Mugabe me restaurant bi na abranti buy na oje chicken apayas. I will na nse guni bono. Na mu see a slice fresh onion tomatoes kakra. Well, my focus so shake. What do you mean? Hey, wait, come here. Okasa me aponsia na. Me kwa nka odi anka bebo. Yes nya time ni. 3, red meat asanke yenyini ye teso become mojanam na awon say prostate no gland no eba in fruit and vegetables or premium kokon eba enam dia on premium kokon tika yenyini nanke ateso nanke the white meat meka fish nom salmon geisha nom 1000 nom nanke di nsum nam a replace chicken ye classified as white meat, rabbit as white nanke de no aka on yenso se yenyini ye say oh there be ebra mi so no many chop money na mpepon ko na menya ti afa na me chop money dia ma me feel ma me nyi bi mum sane me nsa we e na ma post no sebe enlarge symptoms pa na signs and symptoms e be with prostate enlargement ne say one obon say first the ease wo cha wo Johnson ntesa na nka be ma Johnson de ka Mugabe e hya se fe wotrim na abo beti ha na age fi wa ya ase na epia ye last one ake pew na nke ho atoye eso da na nsa Johnson say wo chim ye asa Johnson aba e bon ka se prostate enlargement bi e ba ho Afe Bema Johnson deal. No one can one. Na Johnson. Ebon kaye. Afe Johnson also no eba basope peace. Onye diabetic. And so Johnson pay more than 3 times. And sana ade chia ebon kaye se prostate enlargement bi aba ho. Bema Johnson like pressure. On some Gumbe so na ye pija de no kostra. Ma me ne papa no. What does that say? Aha, ye sron tem no. O se pija kwa na ma ne bodwo bon se na o Johnson ko na se sane. And so that na so Johnson na na mo boxer no ho ni mu ase. When you know your essential bon kan say prostate enlargement bi eba. Na when na prostate capsules aba. Eye PROSTA prosta ye fada anoni free prostate mo. The word prostate mo. And ye fa fit ade ade ho den. E kabo mo si apa na enya prostate fit capsules ye body man say Johnson boko. Ade na say odom prostate capsules. Prostate contain nyama miensa. 1 eye alkaloids ahodo a broni say here bioactive compounds anti-inflammatory as in the property. As Chane saying, o prostate na ye kese ache de senkaye no ewuhuro no e twi nsuo ni akotem na free mo na push it back to normal size e de ama wo. Autodilator one of the saponins a prostate capsules mo. Dia na ye. Draw ben na akensi no so mo nkwa so nifa e bie ama pipe no esane. Or the prostate na enlarge na outside na stretch na inside na stretch na akwa sebe rendo nat no to good mfimfin nti air stretch here inside na stretch na ka drop ben na Johnson from e kemia no it na Johnson awo chem no sa how no air revert na se feel say apa Johnson ba boboko ama ho ato dia na prostate capsules bit my area ma wo. Prostate capsules contain saponins ahodo ene lycopene ahodo a eno nso so ye anti-inflammatory in property eno nso no lycopene a ye ka ho asema nso no antioxidant kasi bi antioxidant as chene say fa ne say u residue ha na yesi mogabi enye mogabi apam mane nko obo ho ban asoja for mo man ho bam on sana antioxidant no etie to take prostate capsules when you're 35 years ekwa entwema cancer beto nko bra family wapa binya bi ansa na wo free mu. One prostate now watch in 6 weeks. I feel be no say use prostate capsules every year be use 6 weeks. Now buy for the entire year. Now you show prostate no how be prostate capsules your body man say Johnson Boko. Your telephone numbers any question be you put so home na fi in komo. MTN no 0245 61 6028 0245 61 6028 and after Airtel no say 0261 73 6263 prostate cancer o Johnson abon se moje de akire o Johnson anema na sebe ade no pro entwema winsiansa ma wonsanka prostate capsules emo prostate no ban na fe Johnson say boko Mugabe Johnson de do last one so okay ate Sada say Sada be me bia say saka na wo de nte sa prostate capsules Johnson boko herbal shop chemical shop pharmacy shop be bia we say prostate capsules wonsa eka bi ho
Moga ya pe bumbio ya ojo wom
Sama kwa babiem edeba eye TVS was at Gumbe show so and a gun of when yaje papa $30,000 na kede obema omo no taxpayers money ni sika no ho atono na na do mfemi nkoto textbooks nkoma nkwada no school na omonye ne ese fata black stars no ebe kura ye dissolve no na obi a tran baby ni nsi ni black stars bia ye man ho be 5 years na dwoma ma ba ni a prepare correct team na they are representing eye Ghana ewo eye CAF any FIFA competitions mu because nanado de o disaster Milo so ye disaster players ni nyina mo nebo enso ani from A to Z from goalkeeper or that 4th division ewo London Swindon Town wo call London kura na akoda wanya 10 years ubisa ni say team be na friend Swindon Town obeka cha osi wonim san say ewo mu kan competition ho kura na ono so sha na ye hye no ti enenya wanwa Comoros, congratulations to the playing body ni nyina my dear semotimi ache Ghana o my ayako afcon akwa ya je 4 times motimi ache ye no ma share say 3-2 mabom homa de papa players ne my ade Comoros mampanyi mesesi menya info afi ho say players no bebo mabaso papa anase ye call na sia ye call Olympic Games yi akwa ba akọ boxing call kwaje bronze ba yi na ado so obema ne car obema ne ska ene ade na wo playing body match Ghana yakọ FIFA World Cup kaka krem say kudu semi finals o match ya she ya ye mo mabaso ne enyi omoden intimilo ene gabi mo fa mo ni wo mpem ba bi ntena amo appointing the appointing authority no mo nyina shame mo my way nim gu ase na mugu in 2010 2014 mo ka say John Mahama ne Atames otua winning bonus $10,000 na do ne ba wo me ka say yagu ya say national team no enye mo ba mo be CC ni mo ba yi mo de on winning bonus no eko $5,000 na so ensentrefo a ewo eye Ghana ha we countryman sugu ene only few et say hello kwaku ene British man ene wuja mu free wa won makari nyina won tie nyina omudi won machi no mo sikataku ni kapre eno ane kom di wo countryman songo se obeka na adwene. I like him because obeka na adwene o fireman obi a o rasta bi o ka no kure bi o Ghana ha empewasom so countryman echina ejane fagu wo so na o ka ase countryman songo ko bi sa na nado question bi ewo Jubilee House na his encounter with the media on siri ni busifu wo no o kan bibi FSC ama ho siri na nado dan na nado busifu wo no enti echina fa ne ka ho fire no san se omo gabi mu nyina fire omo na ama baby ayedu no yakwa akodu ena anwumre sabre ya abo eye no twe ya pa ho sima aduonu mu wotwe akasema mienu na abo no kro a Ghana TV station bia obia edumne dia wode ato TV SYZ no afeni e ba bebom Dr. Clement Apaka emrase bedwani de ma timamofo a womo eye Busa South abeto mpeso aso ewo eye Upper East region of the Republic of Ghana ye company for match ade ewo University of Ghana any Cape Coast University a na chese udimu tentime ye papa we obi a waben ya chese wo kire wade a ewu awotirimu ye papa ono se wo send ne flyer wo de call wo de two status pe na the students na ha say send wo kire made ewo Cape Coast University wo kire made ewo University of Ghana Legon which me say papa no waben wonye ne niam basa waben papa ene won ye ne betra se ne yedi nkomo sanse oye ranking member on the education deputy ranking member on the education committee ewo parliament ti ne yebesi nkonyan ye ba be kan ye de sua ho nsem said ye se aba ne de aba betu dwa se ye KG1 KG2 nyina no obe ne semester na chese nkwada ne kotre school ma 20 weeks 5 months no mo da suit school no mo ma kwan nyina ye be hwe ho asem aka nwumre you tag for strike here that sujem if on the 10th of January 2022 ebesi nei strike ne that sujem National Labour Commission edu mo sama ba na so no you tag for say omo fa nye adwuma awon sem nyina ne sem bebrebe na Ghana National Association of Teachers etwanity aka ne nat omo so dia sem bebrebe na de atodwa on church for penye friend say Thomas Musa sem nyina ye sem anwumre yesi nkonya ne atena se ye beda yesi nyina Femo Gisam we your communication officer e wo trobo eye abetron peso aso ewo eye nkrampatem ha de ma ndc amanyoku ene eye wawoda ti Femo Gisam awene ye ma happy eye birthday wawoda na siyi cause ene anwumre ni je wokrum amafo jubility $30,000 eye dollars ebe chechedi ama we mu na amafo su di etiedu mo girlfriends edu ho mpanifo mu kwa dodo na adu mo girlfriends eko na chese omoji winning bonus na ni bi di edi tuo ni nyina no ebebo wo mo enya de se we obi abekwa akoye to bi asem ewo yehuji siye ewo eye Egypt moko Egypt no esema de moko ye no yehuji siye ewo sabre no kronkrin Dr. Clement Apaka Busa South ni this year Sandema Enframa ene ne ebofa wo nyina no from this fu nyina se omo hwe life ene anwumre memo akwa abasa mo official panso
oga meje oso
apomo
nyame adom yeti asie yi de wo se yede aseda
kese
ema no
fantastic
enyo no wanka ni ha
fantastic
se afi etwemu omo ana ye no omo ekoba
enyo omo nyina
na ye bonkusi atafre enyo omo nyina na wo ha begidi se yeti asie yi de na nyame anim se edwuma wo de ahye nsa no
Fantastic.
Yenye ano so no yebe ko bebo ye homodin na ye di djuma no pepe kini da ase bebre bunsafo ehwe menim se menu akudwo
o college MPs ni nyina obia omo nyina onabo atofo ayene ne adongo ebiefu seni omo nyina obia sanitarizer awoni
obia
ohwe ne maame yaya omo nyina
chale enye easy ya menu aketwa Teresa
fantastic
ti ya mane yako na bulsa south for bulsa for mo hwew
from BC
menu akudwo doninga chairman Caesar vice Ayork secretary omunyina
be hwew la
omujudi brutal sami ame bae be
na say o
na mienu miense ni
you've not been free by because busa there onu abuti na for man ko busa north and for man ko busa north
o be busa south
for me ko from BC
you be ko from BC na then say 2022 abekura na ebe hye adwuma na
you know what I want
you be hye adwuma na say
my favorite. So take me there and let me also enjoy.
Oh, the special delicacy.
I know.
Oh, I know the headquarters. No, I know we are.
I know.
I will free Sandma. Na uko. Me hope this na.
Don't attach yanko biana.
And I say oya chimney.
Oya chimney.
Oyibi.
Okay.
Me gidi say akufa do kran so.
Oh, my favorite.
Odibi kanano. And that's the only thing I have in common with Mr. President. So yes.
And the parents on come.
Nobody on him from BC. We didn't in common, so he knows from BC very well. Yes. Okache say, should hear mommy, retired Chief Justice of the Supreme Court.
Okay.
Justice Akamba.
Oh.
Okay. Madam, the mommy.
Okay. So retire Cranch Justice.
Sir. Say Joshua Akamba. The mommy. And see that time now IGP in a lady Emma ye don't koya a copy ne dabre
fantastic
war from BC Kasisa the dampare on from BC
fantastic
on our car I'll say is an associate of Bulsa South. So there you are my constituent.
Fantastic.
And also what you say.
Lovely one. Well, you move on after you and if you more what said the word and next year, you know, and the word and you come up papa usu adie ama for near J jubilate baby abefebia yeah me call commercial break misasa de onsi omoga ya share ma yani age papa for the first time ya mo se Ghana di nkugu a baby abefebia taxi driver say bo aba pin pon mo first cano ensesa na kana emra. Well, yeah, quick one on the Black Stars na fe no yemra a speaker of parliament Aban Babin ne ho ne security won sensem no na fe about the main topic of the day education sector ho no yenhwe crisis ya ekoso ho no na ye hwesi ne besia no first on the Black Stars
yo muga me da ase am say Ghana ni ya enitua mimom de mira ho yenyina nim se nka eba football Ghana Africa die kayade a yegina mu pa but em se afi Afcon die de abe die le krepa die yenka enum gwase
de ka hwan
na se yewo Minister for Sports na Minister for Sports president eni yi no na omano so no she president nsem bibi e be koso bia no ekoyi a
de basebo mema no
ankoyi enso a
exactly this
na we enso de ntimi nya dwon mama
we de
ntimi nya dwon mama
adintra
se bibi ankoyi bia ya se dwon mama we ankoyi no we party amukasa dwon mama me organize demonstration
omo me ka say o de ne ba na winning bonus to my players na that time na do so
so almost say one bet me
president miss to 10,000
so almost one bet me aye they brought the your mama here until we were expecting victory and progress e I could do there nkugo a retrogression sepa Comoros
coach ni say
it me beat Ghana
striker beat say Asamoah
what da what to say team we be a beat Ghana da
say Cameroon for ben so be ka say Roger Millennium
oga ereho
sad
It is unfortunate. And it's embarrassing.
AFCON crowd.
Yapa no mudi ejidin.
Yes, no mashay.
By beating us, no. Comoros now will be recognized as a power in football just by beating Ghana.
Fantastic. 3 goals.
How else would you explain it?
But 3 matches. And
the Cressy you lose your captain as a result of a record. But with 10 men, we should have been able to manage at least a victory, not even a draw. And you lose. And you know, minimum say the coming days, you know. Commentators
no coach in a disaster na team na
me na say no let me
say I may try guard the tweet
mame kwa ne kra nchiro since 92 Senegal 92 you lose here to Cote
d'Ivoire 10-11 on penalties
minia since then I've not recovered until me Black Stars no
from the Buffalo
me fama kuma ndi echiro I'm being honest. Since 92, I was only 22 years old.
92, no?
Yes.
See, macho.
First year at the University of Ghana.
Oh, okay.
In the mighty Commonwealth Hall.
Fantastic.
Since then, I have never followed the Black Stars. Now, I've gone back to square one. A betcha. Our whole football administration and the structures
nice video with question and techi nanado asade ne ba ye no ya nanado ka so be issue and as principle fidini yi na want me anya ni bia no and say football
well oga nyama ha Ghana no edoso
ye football nko
we dey atwam
e bia say
na adusua enkoso ye
it's
public workers unions. Strike here, strike there, strike everywhere. Cost of living is going high.
A security threat demand.
Fuel prices is going high. Are we to be worried about a game that we have lost? But that doesn't mean say we are not going to hold people accountable.
We hold them accountable.
Now say the baby show say when did you want to say the city? Say what say bisa.
Mubu akonta.
Yeah, na touch ma.
Fantastic.
Sika say na edishemu.
Fantastic.
One ede ne koye.
Well, Dr. Clement Park, Member of Parliament for Busa South constituency in the Upper East region of the Republic of Ghana. Well, quick one. You share a year, Speaker of Parliament, Aban Babin, who some efa ni security bambo for more who ya Ghana Armed Forces or more I withdraw sa a year nipa and I know Speaker. Sɛ ye ka sɛ sisi yin woda so e wo Dubai ya ogusu a je hwehwe na pom den sɛ ne enema be ko yie e de amano na chi na we nyina esi na ho na enema wo sɛ ka ho sɛm nyina no atane akɔ a speaker but the man is not even in the country.
Very well.
Ye course we as member of parliament say na we say eteke no when say minority leader kasa minority chief whip so akasa say na also work efa ho.
Yo mo ga me da ase. Emi say krataa bi na beto odwa na krataa no de wo mu no kire say right honorable speaker Alban Sumana Bagben ayi no say wonye speaker a vote a o win here say military personnel are request here so mum ambeka ne security ho yatwe o masan na the entire say yatwe o masan ne say e kwan ya fa so ye ka say wo mumwa speaker security na enye quote on quote through proper procedure anya bia no I don't know one card there or assigning military attachment no to the speaker. Ebe si na wate. Commander Ben and a sanction here. Anya bia na Minister for Defense enim hu bi. Minister for national security no nim ho bi na so omu nim a adena it take you 1 year afi 12 good months and sana military chief of staff no it mean say they were not assigned through the proper processes.
So the proper processes then in the
and
but is he entitled to air security?
Any public official.
Literally.
We juma. A juma it mean expose you. Expose you to threats of whatever nature. You can make a request. Speaker, you want a question on free barracks at the bio. A request was made formally through the clerk of parliament. Okay. And they were assigned. So it's not as though Speaker Nana didn't to me. Yeah. Clearly the Speaker cannot do that. But you see, so what can minority statement now? We have been very clear on unambiguous. I'm fancy. Sir, decision no to withdraw the military attachment to the Speaker no, was politically motivated. Pure and simple.
Look,
the truth is that the MPP and even President Akufo-Addo, they have never been happy. Say ye bagbenso on your Speaker. My favorite was the Right Honorable Mike Okwe. Mike Okwe. The day that sa vote no ekoswa ntawantawa bae esan say na MPP for no one person be dim na so. Because the law is very clear. The constitution and our bylaws are standing orders. So the election of the Speaker must be by secret ballot. So on that night, the MPP side would vote and then show their ballot before they go and put it in. And they resist here. Say, yes, a secret ballot. Constitution, standing order, said secret ballot. And on a ma, they buy a buyer. Look, at almost every time on Parliament, this is Parliament. The cause is the MPP side, not the NDC side.
No problem.
But it is obvious. The hypocrites in this country, the so-called neutrals, who are refusing to call a spade, say Ghana democracy, they are responsible. After all of that, eventually, when we're able to get them to respect the constitution and the standing orders, one of their MPs, instigated by Chairman Sabonsu, Carlos Ahenkra, so oko shim balos no, and orgy. When nobody, the so-called neutrals, they don't see anything wrong with that. But they saw everything wrong with our challenge of what was happening, which was illegal. Military buyer. If you notice, they passed where the MPP side was sitting, and they were marching towards us. Because so it was part of the agenda. So we stood up and we marched towards them in the middle, and we started singing the national anthem. But we're not prepared to allow anyone to cheat. Because what the MPP side was trying to do, or were doing, was tantamount to cheating. We resisted. Fantastic. We will resist the oppressor's rule. Same thing with what happened. Answer na yakoji yahome. Okay. Constitution standing orders. We say upi goma. Ultimate twaba. We say change na obeto. Yes, want to. We so beto. No, yes, sorry. First deputy speaker, sorry. I'm a second deputy speaker. I'm an ako twaba. Meanwhile, yeah. No. One can no. So about say a head count. I've also come head count. Next year, sorry. And we resisted. So if you look at the video, our side, cross over Eba side, no. They started pushing our guys. I was there. I sit very close to the platform.
And then I'm actually in a coin.
Push. Any panona do wanna a free platform no so. So almost sorry ya. Omo go back no. And I'm almost start Igbo blues. And I see Uncle for any there. Almost start Igbo blues. Protection and security of the speaker. Once a minority statement to know. That is the responsibility of the marshal. So if it is the responsibility of the marshal, why did you take it upon yourself to think that you were going to protect the first and second deputy speaker when the marshal was there? You see the hypocrisy. It can't be serious. But look, this withdrawal of the military attaché is purely political. Alban Sumana Bagwin is the most experienced speaker in the history of the Fourth Republic. Look, I make me say the history of Ghana. Be our core parliament from the first parliament
under the Fourth Republic.
Every the seventh parliament, the eighth parliament in the speaker. Your standing orders, he authored and edited. Papa no obet me kateneni.
He knows the genesis.
What they about other number no, he would recite it. But the problem is that the Akufo-Addo Bawumia led MPP government have refused to recognize the current dynamics in parliament. Oh. They have refused to recognize that the man who is there, or you'll be a free say or core parliament, were advocating for the independence of parliament. You can Google and do your research. Won't find here. Obey speaker no. He said it that he will apply the law.
That fear of favor.
He would apply the standing orders and the constitution to the letter with their fear of favor.
Yeah, that's what he said.
Sure. I'm going to reveal certain privileged pieces of information.
Fantastic.
Meetings were held by the MPP at the highest levels.
That was recently.
Yes. A delegation, before Speaker left, a delegation was sent.
To where?
By the MPP to go and see Speaker. Wow. The purpose was to apologize. Some panachaw said your omokeka fa no ho your me ni nyina no. On fan check. And oka say mate. Na mon crofo na wo ma ka sansem ni nyina afa me ho a ente a wo mo abase mo be pamachaw no. Bibi omu gina ya omu kan ya simpie na omu ko gina so omu kan no
go back
omu nsan ko na de omu kan ni nyina no omu ntwensan na omu mpa machawo
beche
ena avide omu de e-levy eto aso
o sa meeting no.
Yes
we nkomo foforo na oni
e ka kiro
na obi ebie ne ma no so kiro
we me ka kiro omu rezi no, so no dear. His job is to ensure.
Was it after say Gabi Kuhu, President Mahama?
Yes.
Nanadu Asumano.
Wait, this is just about 2 weeks ago.
Hey,
meeting in America.
Wow. After meeting with the former president,
they went to Speaker. So he said that it is his work that he's doing. Onune Jumane said he would ensure that the proper processes and procedures according to the Constitution and the standing orders are followed. That's his job.
Period.
Simplicity. Some moya o maye. Some ye nuwe. And anyo mo de.
Wow. A common chidemu.
That is why that consequential action occurred.
We breaking news.
And untina so besha in about the circumstances and how they were withdrawn, who withdrew them. You see that they cannot have a simple story to tell. Yes, and can get difficult. And you see, my majority side statement, those of us who know the inside story, confirms exactly what the issue is.
The one that was signed by majority leadership.
So with a kind almost statement,
I've gone through.
You see that they have even escalated it further. To suggest Speaker was even being done a favor, that they have bent over backwards to accommodate his request. Say onumpo two kwanya one can't share mampeni in writing. Lies. You
see that.
Now say after all of this are okay. So your letter.
Yeah, maybe I could be also first one.
So no Ghanaian should be deceived. The real reason why this is happening to the speaker is because speaker has proven to be his own man. He has decided not to budge. He will not kowtow to anyone.
Any pressure.
He would ensure that the rules are followed. Utminya 137 plus more independent. And yenasem. Yeah, 137 na. And yenasem. What he wants is that the rules, processes, and procedures must be followed. He would not, as he has always said, say, oh no, he is there to serve Mother Ghana. Not even NDC or MPP. He would not be intimidated. I don't think that's over office, they issued a statement indicating that Speaker was not happy.
Yeah, yesterday.
What had happened?
Peter Bamford.
Voila.
Can say Speaker.
Very well. Yeah. But I'm giving you additional information today. I want Ghanaians to pay attention and note.
Dr. Clement.
I
know, sir, when a speaker more bank.
Okay. But I know this to be true.
Fantastic.
Me sources from the other side, enemy sources from our side.
From BC, man.
It has converged.
Fantastic.
This is the truth.
Fire them. Expose them.
Let you know. Let it be known that nobody can intimidate the speaker. He's very determined to make sure that Parliament becomes independent and that he does the work according to the rules of engagement. You know, this e-levy, we will get back to it.
Yeah, I know it's 25th of this.
But let nobody think that they can use any plots and schemes and tactics to get this obnoxious and unjustified
have their way.
E-levy through. Ghana for I can tell you, look, I've not done the statistics. But if I'm to guess, I can say that 80% of Ghanaians are opposed to this.
Fine.
Because they're not justified.
A minority leader, Honorable Haruna Idusun, so they to James on in Central for Chunkomo, or Kasawi and also Mutaka Muhammad, and also a can be minority chiefship, Eddie B. Eka, Uti, and some penny for me in American border, send our FFM.
Oh, sir, Omona, Omoye and penny for.
Fantastic.
Did you mark any in a force? Omoye, Omono Mudian.
Some man be before my back to Parliament because he build a consensus near the.
But me, Maka, oh, me no. Some of us know radicals. But me from the onset, I've said it. That Obi Biara or Bedouin say, the 8th Parliament to know, there will be consensus. That person is being delusional. We who the crown also. Why is our country in Tempi? And you know, one person be jetum. Because a red or say a black, and so him say red. The dynamics would only change in as far as the MPP side decided they will do the right thing. And that they will respect us as co-equals. Because we are 137 and I 137. Until that happens, and until Ombe your margin say, Wombe dimrano so. Sir, you say secret ballot. A secret ballot. Someone call for no and swan. Don't go and bring an imposter. Until they decide to go according to the rules of engagement. This is what is going to happen. But we will resist. Look, Muga,
Parliament,
it is possible that Parliament can come to a halt for the rest of the entire period.
Wow.
Oh, yes.
Why are you ready for that?
Anyway, you see, we the minority know. We are so determined. As Muntaka said, the more they try to victimize us, victimize Speaker, victimize Atuforsen, victimize Dominica Yini, you name them.
It's too much.
The more. You see, anthropologists will tell you
it's too much.
That group identity is reinforced when the group is under attack. And that's the mistake they are making. They should come out, give them free lectures. We are 137, you are 137. And you think that you can do this to us and get away? You come and do the opposite. When the speaker crack with dim come on, now oh yeah, the opposite. Are there any more say? Is that the way you are going to build consensus? By attacking us, intimidating us, targeting us? I mean, do they think we are idiots? Now, who prime? Who's agro? I mean, who does that? Doesn't make sense to you?
No, it doesn't.
That word consensus, no? Anybody making a reference to the 8th Parliament should not use that word. It will not happen. Because we would also continue to resist the oppressor's rule. And I can look. Muga, you are 137. No. First of all, you must be a new minister. You must be a new board chairman. We only represent our people and our party.
Yeah.
And we work in the interest of Ghana.
Fantastic.
On this E-level, no, you this Ghana for Taiji. If it means you better your student mattresses, you pay your stove in Kitwebi, Ako camping your offices, we will do it. We have nothing to lose. Wow. What do we? That is how determined we are. Look, I can tell you, sir, budget all these issues about voting. Your commander, Haruna Idrisu.
Fantastic job.
And then the wingmen, Muntaka, Habeji, Ahmed, Madame Kofodoyo. They need us at 7.
Oh.
What? All 137 of us will be there at 7 a.m. 10 p.m. we will be there. This is how determined we are. When I'm a loan arrangements, any bills, any way no more. By the current constitutional arrangement, no, unless a private member's motion and answer bill, we cannot, even that one, the Bema Yeyi Futuo, Sika free about Futuo no more. We cannot even bring it to Parliament. So we are determined.
Very well.
We are determined. And let nobody be deceived that all that is going on today is just because Speaker has proven to be too independent for the liking of people who didn't even want him to be the Speaker in the first place.
Fantastic.
This is what is going on.
Speaker say Latino na Latino.
The Ori ballots in the Omonka.
Live on TVS was at Dr. Clementa Park, Member of Parliament for Busa South constituency in the Upper East region of the Republic of Ghana, where a deputy ranking member on the Education Committee in Parliament. One in the nene chichonkumo ewo a year Gumbe so ene enyumri. As like I say, come Prostajoy. Obi awanya mfie aduasa num ekọ nanim na bema ojonso na ojonso ne mu achemie no ojonso a wo bre ansa na ojonso na tumi aba ojonso a bema ne mu eye wo ya wonya Prostajoy na tumi abo ye papa Prostajoy no beboa sede be abebo ho ban afri eye prostate enlargement nti bema awanya mfie aduasa num ekọ no se wo bo ho ban afri eye prostate enlargement ma da bia obenom ba ko ne mom se wanya prostate enlargement a da nyina no anopa wono baako na nwumre so wanom baako Prostajoy wudi woni kire pharmacy shop bia Ghana ha obenya bi ato sanso ena owura eye Kumase ne mpatemu ba bia Tamale all the regional capitals obenya bi ato e pharmacy shop bia mu 0244727028 ofra yebeje oso Ostek real estate semen kancho so pass asiato e wo Shy Hills Afenya Asutware Junction ye be San City Est do yumu dodo asebi do wenya Chopoli ye ne be ma 200 blocks ni asama 10 bars of cement na wo de ahye ofie no si ase na wo kan so na pese wo de gensase a ye beje ka no ya ma ho ensase hwe kira kwan e wo dodo a ye ne fire service station no na edi ehwe ni mo frɛ no 0244684069 ofre na ye beje oso Power Odopa jumedi a eye SYZ Broadcasting Limited in collaboration with Power 97.9 FM and TV SYZ. Omode say jumedi a to din say eye Power Odopa. Omode ebra on the 14th of February 2022. Ewo eye in premises here. Ewo Usu 246 Abibese Street. Na dan eye Valentine Day. abodofo ebeji wo mani na wo obi awaware eye mfie num ekọ nanim dia o qualify say so utumi ebadwumadie ni bie na di wo mo ne say wo mo bi sebisa wo eye ensem efa wo ankasa wura ho ne yebisa be ma no so oyere de na nipa be aduonu no obeyi wo mo enu achi obeyi mu be ye edu na say nipa du no so no wo mo wachede a wo mo de bema wo mo nti dwumadie no wo say wo so ba na wo so utumi di wodin no obi bia ye den eba na omotumi register wo ekọ edema awarefo nko a obi awaware efie be enum ekọ nanim dwumadie no be sha ase enwumere no nson kosi eye enwumere no ndu pepepe on the 14th of February 2022 ewo SYZ Broadcasting Limited Power FM premises ya nti monhye no nson said eye 14th ni du a moso wontumi enyim ho emfirimu well Honorable Clement Park you be move on after you share other issues no ene ya no what issue press release bi adawroma obetimi aboyemu de ewo press statement ya what the about not a year long ago obetimi a brief ya kakra what is actually in there
yo me da simuga but just the last point sir me ka say chairman sir na when strategic colors e man ko balos na onim say ya hwehwe mu a confirm say budget day no backbench na what the general mosquito excuse or more walking out. He was also instructed by their front bench to do that. I should tell you what is going on.
Why is Chairman Sabonsu doing that?
Muntaka, a leader Muntaka. Sawaka, evidence waka. Pepe say on you be ordinary. Oh yeah, not wako teachri.
Said the only motion. School won't say same be the matter.
I know the bidi hun come teachri. Yeah, na yasu ode Lawrence Adeno.
Lawrence
Ade.
They didn't see school.
And I made say me overkana.
Oh, I will say general eka same be na say. Tina I say me wo me come chika wo dey.
Wo dey be ka basic education. Ebia na
but what's if you
na me dey example.
So bia wa ba be majority leader e wo mrase be fie na bia wo school no we di boni bia na wo bokro no bia. No, let's go back and then when say we abrochira UK ni America they will go back o
oh yeah, background checks. Background check.
Man position bi class na me nyina no
we don't do background checks
so but any too late.
Very well.
But you have to answer.
And minority issue statement.
Okay.
You know, the ranking member, the Honorable Peter Nochukotoy, ranking member, Onona Shasi. But I'm a deputy.
Fantastic.
I know the content.
Fantastic.
But me the copy aba.
Good.
Statement na issue you know. If calendar aban ediabetudwa through the ministry.
Okay.
And this agency, GES.
Ghana Education Service.
Sir, and on a betchere. A da yankwara wo basic school. KG to JHS. Ebeko school. And na omubedi ewo school. Hwe. Ansa na ban kra edisa calendar na betudwa no. Ye na erase alarm. Na me raise alarm. So 10th of January. Ankra schools, basic schools, private basic schools. No more be. And so now you need tie. At that potin a buying schools. Eh no na ye do e wo Ghana. E be.
Good point.
Na me raise. Na me raise ya no mama na nka ho a. It's as it in team near mammy and Sebi Eka.
Fantastic.
I couldn't say 44,000 teachers from the basic sector of education.
KG1 to DHS.
In 2021 in Kwano. Omujayi Juma.
44,000.
44,000. And Yaman Kwana Meka. With me afre Minuya Kofi Asari, Africa Education Watch. 44,000.
You see that?
It is the highest in the last 20 years. And Akufo-Addo Bawumia, although now I say why invested over 40 billion in education compared to GM 20 billion ono na ese
40 billion why then
yeah bisa say beba ho 44,000 teachers left, the highest in 20 years. 15% of the total number of basic school teachers. About 285,000, 44,000. Why did it happen and what are you doing to replace them? Ebiom, capitation grant. I don't know sika aban edema heads of basic schools. Normally they are taught chalk, any minor activities. Abandi Omoka 4 tranches 2019, 2020, 2020, 2021 4 tranches. Heads of basic schools are Moshe Busia no Oma Bo na no Omo Chok ni nyoma for teaching and learning to progress. Getting to 3 years in it and Abansi was Sisa curriculum or the standard based curriculum aba. And who textbooks? Bisa or parliament, sir. Maybe sir, I question you to the Minister for Education. On June 11th, me and my birthday. Wakachi said in 3 months, the books will be in the classrooms. December 10th, maybe sir, the same question. I will say, tendering is about to be done for companies to be selected to print the books, and that he will no longer give a deadline because Nyanko Dr. Park, if he gives a deadline, this is where we are. See, when I say that basic
textbooks in money
for the way, every buy ye say no about classes so about classrooms no, and classrooms no ye but the big class one who or the same history book beer party flags colors and we actually me say yan tobacco mame na me go through then we'll present our analysis.
Honorable Clement Apak, I didn't know more from our future leaders, future generation. You do my brosa and I don't know about me dim kwadana brosa.
Yeah, nka unya minister na and I say president and uncle Bisano. But I'm only enumerating some of the issues. And send my back statement. And he raise alarm about public schools, a down baby, I'm saying the enam and a yantie say calendar now be tuja. Now you say public schools, will reopen on the 18th and so today is the day that the public basic schools have reopened. A calendar no ebeto jano. Yenya calendar no share. And a teacher for no sono. Umunya bi share. Enra and a teacher for who am say miensa Nagrat
Union
CCT and a NAT. A day statement ebeto. Says our calendar ya abind the abam. Woman ni mo she
na Thomas Musakasa
ya consulté omo. Na calendar na omo de aba no. Say afedi basic school from KG to junior high school
20 weeks.
Obia be semester 20 weeks. Teacher for ko say in twa. First of all no. Nke wase mudi ho abobo no. Expert committee now almost set here chaired by one of the deputy ministers for or the saying education
on the chair committee.
They should have invited stakeholders to participate in the deliberation. Even so no, we have a problem. Because this should be done by professionals, not politicians. And the Director General and his 2 deputies, they should have led the process, not the minister and his deputies. And that is why we are where we are. You know, sir, Committee of Education in Parliament. We were not consulted. We were not told, we were not consulted, we didn't receive any briefing. So we all became aware of the semester calendar. when it was published. And, there was no stakeholder consultation. This was purely done by the ministry and whoever they decided to put together.
The implementation have already been.
And the teacher unions are saying this should be withdrawn. We, the NDC side in Parliament, we are in full support of the teacher unions that this should be suspended. The trimester system should be continued. My government won't free a proper stakeholders forum. Because at the implications,
dangerous.
First of all, Uber OKG
5
P1
20 weeks
P2
5 months.
Or a university student.
Debbie. So Hakulano.
On my attention span, at the saying,
it's a serious.
One course school 20 weeks
continuously 5 months.
5 months.
No.
The university students come with a semester. Me kwa me university na me semester. Was it easy?
No.
So, if they had brought in the experts, they would have told them that the dynamics school no they will lose interest. 5 months. Look, semester na ye kano, even at the senior high school level. Abam penny for penny cry, educhu minua jache or penny cry. Obeje tum say it was not planned, it was a stopgap measure as a result of the double track, which was as a result of poor planning and implementation of the free senior school policy. You see, we e-blocks, MFSA
so be say 350
Modi get fan akosia wo aji 1.5 billion.
215.
Somebody be 766 uncompleted infrastructure projects, including 45 e-blocks. Ahina maye. Ye chira mo de mbetumi aya double track no ebebe wie. You got here, see deputy minister say the double track has been cancelled. It has come to an end. Since when? In how many schools?
Are we serious as a country?
The managers of this country called Ghana are not serious. And yet Ghana for any serious. It is the managers of the country who are not serious.
And we did say a bit to me, I get to where we want to get to our education.
And yes, because the issues are from basic to tertiary.
Because mo baby amon be recognize them. You can Canada some more, you can America, I have a more, you can Oxford or Ebenyabi, President Kofomo, you can Cambridge, Ebenyabi. Maybe a kikakui near education and yes, any Yuguni.
And we have said in our statement that what the so-called technical committee has done is professionally wrong. They are professionally wrong. Because semester na buy was a byproduct of the double track system and the COVID-19 pandemic.
Fantastic.
That should not be a basis for you to say, after the young fan semester no and cockage. Now we got ramifications no mamenka bakumi. It will even affect the calendar.
The 20 weeks no.
For WASI. If we are to do what they have proposed.
They did not plan.
And BEC, unless they are telling us that they will no longer be BEC, then perhaps the disruption at the JHS level will not be felt. And yes, sir, maybe hard dream. The other issue, say, 20 weeks, 4-year-old, 5-year-old, 20 weeks.
Not old school. What an play must say, so as also pursue. Now do be back at classroom for 5 months. Now mark me. Obi and himself 4 years.
That cannot be. And it poses challenges to both the teachers and the learners.
So Dr. Clement about Nyansa no way.
Some people bomb, your baby and Nyansa any hole. Sure, Miniamoga. I am not in crime. Be a war cash.
Yes, sir.
We are minister. We are board chair. We are board member. See, we be a Obano school no. Eh, baby, I will be a person in Babako, so you be an obi. They forget. Segana away. We still have schools under trees.
Oh, baby.
Dilapidated school structures. I'm doing my best. But MP, what can I do? Lack of furniture. All of these issues.
But we are free a year basic on home. Now for you call a year UTAG on strike, you know. Any home and on the I think in December no and our more Eddie kind a year statement about mountain. Say abandoning woman in the year into be will be abandoning woman transient single young camp. That bring any tram near Siafu on the 10th of January. A dear or mobile strike. And pa basically abiding to me seeing Quinani or more entrance round table. Say ye can't the year at 2 years. Siano strike and I shall say on the 10th of January. ABC 18th of January 2022. Strike another sujinum. Yashi Enkoso. To say I see on the foundation or KG any idea and another I say ho as so on so kugu on until you quite an
on the floor of Parliament on more than one occasion, and even during the budget debate, I said it very clearly. Say under Akufo-Addo Mbawumia, Ghana's education has been caricatured. Oh, caricature no chi menim say they made me. But ye nine the educational system that may describe ye nine I fian to say prior and ye funu I the tree that is a secondary level and every year betty equate I fian it is caricatured empono efuna the tree no and soon because there's no value for money. We have put a lot of money in the belly, but that money is not going to serve the purpose for which it was assigned. This is what is happening. And let's go to tertiary. What is the issue there? And for the sake of my integrity and my reputation, Mame Fantudwa said, up until I joined government, I was a lecturer at the University of Ghana. I was a manager of Radio Universe, a tutor of Commonwealth Hall D Block, and I was on the academic board.
Oh, fantastic.
If I'm to say what I've done in Canada, so when it comes to, higher education, governance, I was a member of the board of governors of Simon Fraser University.
In Canada.
I was the student union president.
In Canada.
I had a budget of over $8 million.
In Canada.
And not even 1 peso, 1 cent got missing. So I have a track record on these matters. I mean, in the countries that we look up to, and look, the university lecturers, I'm okay, it's simple. Have you a they started a strike, partial strike. Like I said, almost but they also offer some of their other services, administrative services, and even supervision. But teaching no, won't be guy. And a hey. No, Moka say. Abamun penny for Ministry of Finance, Education, and Labor Relations. I was a or no you take impeding for no more at Snassi. Now I'm to a drain with National Labour Commission. I need a car. Your friend meeting Nasa Utah Qua. I thought it'd be on the now Education Minister. Employment and Finance, one member. I thought it'd be on the na finance na other two ninho. And so they be all the three will not be there. No man sending according to UTAG. Low level bureaucrats. a omo no de omo ka no yentumi mfa nkodwom and a UTAG air frustrated and now omo started a strike na mo frɛ na mo paacho Emma Dr. Mahmudu Baumia me senior Samuel Fraser University Eddie na ano etumu bi who frɛ Professor Jampoa he will tell you. So the intervention from the big house by the vice president
Dr. Mahmoud Baumia
was one of the reasons why omunya gidie said pledges na assurances na ya ma omo no ebeye juma. So what? They called off the strike. At this time, now students, last year they were preparing for their end of semester exams. So very well.
Bad fate.
Inti, enu chemu no. Nka ye wo na wotima. Na se ade a waka no.
Se odiso.
Uyo obi a udiswa. Nke ni se yuta. Esa drum pempenswa. One back is our strike.
Good faith in him.
Nothing happened.
So when any pan be agree on something.
Voila.
If you do one was turn your back. I mean again.
And you know, the reasons why UTAG is on strike is very clear. A formal conditions of service. And as a former member, me young Kufobe, they are still there on campus. Some of them are even my students. I mean, the current president of the University of Ghana, UTAG, he was my student.
At the University of Ghana?
Yes, Dr. Nkumban. Oh, okay. I have students who have been professors. Me, I'm a politician. Me, professor. Many of the heads of departments in Legon are my mates or even my juniors.
Or your students.
So what has happened is that government has pushed UTAG to the wall. And let nobody blame the university teachers. It's unfortunate because your man of Mako University, social freshers, you know. Yeah, I mean, what I see for Mienu and the count, and I know about 10 freshers. And your lecturers in a pay. No lecturer, no teacher at any level, be person will ba will student ever. Unless, of course, you have been pushed to the extent that so because of this disappointment, the lack of trust, rightly so, by UTAG in government pronouncements, you know, that is why they are very determined that it is now or never, once and for all. And you see, you must understand the conditions of the university lecturers. Okay? Single span salary structure, market premium hoons and 70 de kakahunina.
Research.
Maybe I do, you know. More sure almost say you beat their demands. Almost say someone to me and my dear, what's somebody my under this arrangement now? Take us back to the pre-period before you decided to move us onto the signal spine, 2013, and also most money. And you see, lecturers, you know, student population, no, a cost for. The Abraham me level 300 class. Me what be 100 students, you know, and then level 300, you can get up to 400-500 students in one class. Now, who lecturer? How we a young PhD holder? We be curious and corana deal. We be set questions for IA. Ube market. Even for who graduate students are almost thesis. And the graduate students a be project work. Now who be nya kwan ewo he akoye research I publish it. Look, teaching aids, common projector. It's a challenge. Put me a computer lab. And there are no functioning computers. Research support to lecturers. So the lecturers are overburdened. And the old lecturers also know. Do not retirement. At the same time, we are not recruiting enough PhDs. We are not even sponsoring more Ghanaians who have MPhil and master's degrees in sufficient quantities to do PhD and come and teach. And yet the student population every year, it goes up. The way no almost say dear a wayan any. Mona Mosia say ye call strike no. Yen sanko try dear. Nobody hunjuma.
Manye.
I don't know munye.
Te dog.
Nti boni be na yuta guy.
Te se o ya o man no, be ejina o education mo no. O sami apa man no. Be ejina na ya na anye.
Enko ye. I've written about basic education in crisis, tertiary in crisis, secondary. Maka, it is also in crisis. The issues are still the same. Sikano Dudwana, an idea kugu secondary.
Good.
But in terms of value for money and accountability, I am Kunta.
Fantastic.
They cannot account for 2.4 billion
of the free SHS.
Yes, of the 7.62
2.4
billion of this. And we beside Minister for Finance, this question on the floor of Parliament.
This or old new 2.4 billion.
Yes. I asked the Minister for Finance that question. I have the handsouts. I asked the Minister for Education that question when he came to committee.
No, where you brought you?
Up to today, they have not been able to tell us where that 2.4 billion went. This is one of the reasons why Ghanaians should not be paying any monies from their pocket to the bottom. Obi didn't sasha Ghana ni bottom. One person can own fancha. That is the e-levy. We will cut hands off.
Fantastic. Finally, dear now the giant.
So maybe I do know. NDC. Yeah, Baba.
Fantastic.
You're careful. Now, you reorganization, no. And penny for from constituency,
branch level,
branch, constituency,
regional,
national. Now, you have primaries. Now you flag better. You manage boko. Because Ghanaians know that we didn't lose 2020, and they are waiting to give us what we were denied. We should not rock the boat. We need more than 137 in the next parliament, and I can tell you, Mayor Park the only baby and Michina. There is only one person who can lead NDC to victory. That is John. He's called John Dramani Mahama.
Fantastic. We're going to say Dr. Clementa Park, Deputy Ranking Member on Education Committee in Parliament, a Member of Parliament for Busa South Constituency in the Upper East region of the Republic of Ghana, Fumbisi. The man from Fumbisi is my capital.
I'm a Doninga boy.
Vamina, a champion man.
Come on, come on, to move to Batalanta.
Madam,
come on, the global president.
What is it? We are any problem. We are patrol. We now
we go worry Bema. Bema worry Bema. Oba worry Oba. We come out of the council.
Number power labor will be no more kusasi for.
Come be a toss of Bamin.
My friend back on no
have my bag.
Sorry, I knew. No was in board bazugu.
That's all.
Board bason room, board bason. Opecameti,
but welcome on those days, be a fable.
Fantastic.
Yeah, you piano at Vanasi charge. Not come my tea and a bombable. Oh, yes, you can ask all my mates.
Ah,
that's how me power safely home.
What I say, Matias. What I say, oh, you see me bampa. Upper East, no. Madam, I say, now, Mamma J. Brett, me in answer, Modia, Dr. Clementa Park, and so, ocean a busy schedule to me, a J. Brenner, and me, what to my back, and run free busa by, na a busa safa by from BC Beduye, now what to me, and Abetu Chonko Mosia, na a Nika, way, Yako, Afifu from my Ashas, you know, way, any the Edika, the Ashas, and Yami Adoma Thursday. Ya de foforo ebesan de abrewa abon no wotwe ye kina ebonu mienu anu ahia me ewo power 97.9 FM na inside politics ni say tuamu free dwada kwesi fiada na benada ya wadanso no me de tua so de ama ewo TV SYZ so me de ede Mugabe Mase aseda kese beko ede ama general manager of TV SYZ eye Aboaje eni ni team Ralph Sector ene eye Kofi the boy Prince ene ima onyina Prince for no mienu ewo junior ni ewo senior ena eja menuano muso a eja ba kwen oba ye ono oba fi akwanya wa mant no ko ware eja se ono onye ni paatoa ewo fi ha wudi no Willie ene Evans madam nyina ase Kevin Asante ene sisi dwumadi nyina as producer assistant producer Desmond Suwa Stella Soboye Mr Erica Hianyo Mr Benny Anti executive producer obade ene dum ye na setinkwama nyame aduma wo kina yebehia ewo power 97.9 FM so Femo Gisam once again happy birthday to you. Sansuna Fuseni Chokosi, maybe I will be a Asada Kese Enko Emma. About the end of Dumia, Yabasa Din Shanyamia, Yawada, no what we bring. Ghana Black Stars, Yamamusi.